Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This one is going to be another tutorial in the lehenga series. If you have not seen the first one, you can go and check out that one as well. I will be posting all the links down in the description box, and this one is going to be brocade fabric. So brocade fabrics are woven fabrics which are made with silk or zari threads in mostly golden or silver color, and the fabric is quite heavy, so the folds will be very minimum guys. The folds will not be too thin or too many, and we need to show the proper heaviness of the fabric. So here you can see I am doing the base with my HB pencil. I have used my scale to draw out the lines, but after that I am doing the freehand sketch. So guys, even if you do the lines with your scale, go again and do it with your hand to give that curve, light curve, to show the fluffy manner of the fabric. And just be careful while you are giving the folds. Like in some part you can keep a very deep fold where you can show the extreme darkness, like which I'm doing in this one, and other folds you can keep it very minimum. And yeah, with the help of color and the shading, we are going to show the proper look and the shine of the brocade fabric using just watercolor and pencil. So we don't need to use any extra medium like maybe some metallic color or acrylic color to show the brocade print here. I'm going to keep it very simple, and the layering of color is very important, that how we can show the heaviness of the fabric. And here I'm almost done with my pencil base guys. And whenever you are doing your pencil base, just keep it very light and always use HB or mechanical pencil for drawing. Okay, so let us move to the coloring part now. I will be using two watercolors. One is fluorescent orange and gamboge yellow. Mixing these two colors, I will be giving the effect of silk. You can also use a simple base color directly, like a simple orange color directly, but I will just do the toning using this coloring medium. And here I will be working with the first layer. And if you guys have seen my previous tutorials, you will be knowing that I like to work in layers, and actually this is a very nice process whenever you want to show any effect, especially with your watercolor. You should always work in layers, like you are increasing the intensity. So this is the first layer of the color, and I'm using my flat brush to spread the color nicely. And in the first layer, the proportion of the yellow is little more to the orange, and in the second layer I will be increasing the orange to this one, so that we get two toning of the color. Like you can see some shading here and there and some contrast between the yellow and the orange, so it will give us a very nice shiny effect of the silk fabric. Okay, so here you can see that I'm done with the first layer, and now I will do the second layer. And in this one I have increased the orange more, and we will do the layering of this one. And here I have used a thinner brush than the first one, because we are going to spread this color mostly near the folds. Okay, so you can keep little bit of the yellowish look in the center, and you can give the orangish look especially at the sides, and you can just blend in the color slowly. So the combination of yellow and orange of course looks very nice, and it gives us a very nice warm tone of the color. And also when you are blending the watercolors, you should use the tissue paper to dab the brush over it, and then you take the brush and spread the color nicely. And this process I have like almost used in all my previous tutorials with the watercolor medium. Also, the list of the materials which I have used here will be posted down in the description box below, along with the links to my other playlist on my channel. So yeah, you can go and check out the other tutorials as well. Okay, so the next color will be black. I will be adding little black to the base color, and I will be mixing the color, and we will create a darker shade of the base color, guys. So the thing is, I'm not using black directly. I'm mixing it with the base color, and we will give the color in the folds, in the extreme folds. Okay, so here you are not going to use too much of the black, just go layer by layer, and you can keep on increasing the intensity. So yes, here you can see that I'm mixing little water with the base color plus the black to give little folds and some outlines here and there. And if you feel like increasing the intensity, you can give some more black over this layer as well. So it totally depends on the number of the folds you have, and also the depth of the folds. Like if the folds are too much towards the inward, they are going to have more of the darkness, and if the folds are kind of not too much towards the inward, just a light bend, so it will have this kind of lighter folds. Okay, so here you can see that how I've given the shading of the folds with some extreme darkness, that is the extreme black, and some lighter shading. So anyway, after we are done with the whole process, we are going to give some final shading with the pencils as well. So this is the work we need to do first using our watercolor base. So anyway guys, if you are trying out this tutorial, don't forget to share your works with me over my Instagram. This is my Instagram handle, and if you are uploading this on your profile or on your story, do tag me, and also use the hashtag artstudio.srabani so that it's easier for me to come across your works. Okay, so to create the brocade print, we are going to use white poster color. Now guys, white poster color is very opaque and very solid and gives a very nice backdrop to give the effect which we need here. And you can see that I mixed little bit of the yellowish and the orangish tint to the white to create this kind of color. And with this color I will be creating the base of the brocade, and over the base we will do little bit of the shading. So anyway, let us first create the base, and to create the base I will switch to a more thinner brush. I will be using this detailing brush in size 1. So let us give the circular prints now. And one thing you have to be little careful is that you are not going to give the print in a very flat manner, and I have chosen this easy design so that at least you can understand that what happens when we are giving the print. Specially, you are going to take care of the folds, and the prints, that is the surface ornamentation, are going in the same direction as the fabric manipulation. So guys, the fabric manipulation in this one are the folds. The folds are going in certain direction, and the surface ornamentation will also go in that direction. Okay, so you can see that I've given some half pattern of the circle, so that means the fold is covering up the other side of the pattern. So yeah, this is what we need to do to get a more realistic approach of the overall look. And also in some of the pattern you can create little bit of the irregular shape, like something like an oval shape or something like a more twisted shape, because that will create the look of the folds and the crease lines over the fabric. So you need to study your reference picture very well, and also even if you are taking any fabric, for example, you need to see that how the fabric is reacting when you are folding it, when you are draping it. So this is how you're going to get the idea and do the same over your illustrations. Okay, so here you can see how I'm doing the print and how I'm trying to manipulate it along with my folds. If I see there are some folds in between, I will just create the half of the circle, maybe just near the folds. Okay, so another interesting thing which is going over here, you can see that I've added little water to the color here to make it little diluted, and I'm creating the circles with that color. And the reason is that brocade fabric will of course cast lots of shine, or sometimes it can be very dull. That totally depends on the light source, how the light is falling and how the fabric is reacting. So this is a very nice and realistic approach which you can do. Like here you can see this one is not looking much shiny like the other one. So yes, this is how you can play with the intensity of the shine of the brocade prints. We will do more of the brocade prints in our upcoming tutorials. So anyway, we are done with the base and we need to do little more shading over the brocade prints because these are very shiny and we need to show the proper shading. And here you can see that I've added little more white and I'm creating some tones of the color using mostly the yellowish and the orangish tone, and also you can add little of the black there. Okay, so this totally depends on the base fabric, that what is the color of the zari and what other shading you can use. So guys, mostly if the zari color is golden, we can use colors like yellow, orange, or something in brown and black tones. So now using this toning of the colors, I'm going to just give some strokes here and there over the white base fabric. We are not going to color totally over the base fabric. You are just going to add some shading along the sides of the circles. Maybe you can also play with the shading, like increasing the intensity. You can mix and match the colors. You can add more of the orangish look or maybe more of the yellowish look, and somewhere you can add little white, or in somewhere you can add little water to dilute the color. So yeah, lots of options are there, and overall this is going to give us that actual brocade look over the silk fabric. And yeah, keep on practicing this one. It is going to take little time to understand the shine and the colors, but you can just maybe swatch the colors separately, try it over a small box or try it over a certain circle to practice and see the colors which is working out for you. Okay, so we are almost done with the base color. Now let the watercolor base dry really well, and after that move to the pencil color mediums. So while choosing the pencil colors for giving the shading, you can choose one similar color to the base and another one which is little darker than your base. So first I will do the shading over the circles. Here you can see over the brocade pattern using a orangish color, and also over the fabric to give some light strokes with the pencil. And for the finishing I will be using a darker version of the orange, or you can use something like the scarlet red color which is in between orange to reddish color. So anyway guys, here you can see how I am just swatching the color over it to give some pencil strokes in between the folds and some light shading over the brocade pattern to create some dimensions over the pattern. So overall this is very necessary that you do the proper shading, proper finishing to create the look of the silk. So now I'm using the darker orange color, and here you can see I'm using it especially at the corners over the base fabric and in between the folds, and this color will really change the game guys, and it's very necessary to do the proper finishing especially around the corners and in between the folds. So you are going to get the toning of the colors from yellowish to yellowish orange to very dark orange, and lastly the black. So everything is going to come out really well in here when you are done with everything. So for the final finishing touch, I'm going to use the black pencil, and make sure your pencil is sharpened enough to create a very precise line, especially around the corners. I'm going to outline it softly, and black color is little necessary here, especially if you are doing this kind of shiny fabric like satin or silk kind of fabric, and give the proper finishing the borders in between the folds. Also you can shade little bit around the brocade pattern. Okay, so these things are very necessary, guys. After you are done with the base, you take the similar color pencil shade and give the proper finishing, and before ending the process you are doing the last finishing with the black color or maybe gray color. So yeah, again that totally depends on what is the base color of yours, and also the reference picture and how the fabric is reacting to the source of light. So here you can see I'm almost done. I've also added little shading around the brocade prints also, just here and there, to kind of softly outline the brocade prints, that is the circles here. So I shall add some final finishing touch and blend the black color as well using the orange color, and maybe some outline, sharp outline using the pencil color. So yeah, overall I'll try to give a proper finishing and neat finishing to the borders and the folds here. So guys, I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial, and don't forget to share your comments below. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I shall see you all very soon with another interesting tutorial. Till then, keep illustrating and bye bye.